The year is 2025. The place is California, a state known for its golden sunshine, breathtaking landscapes, and increasingly, its fiery infernos. Wildfires have become a grimly familiar part of life here, a terrifying consequence of our changing climate. This year the flames returned with a vengeance, etching a trail of destruction across the heart of the state. The 2025 California wildfire, as it came to be known, was more than just a natural disaster. It was a stark reminder of the immense power of nature and the urgent need for proactive measures to combat the growing threat of wildfires. This wildfire season was destined to be different. A dry winter had left the state parched. The vegetation, starved of moisture, became a tinderbox, primed for ignition. The stage was set for a catastrophe, and when it arrived, it did so with a ferocity that shocked even seasoned firefighters. The 2025 firestorm was a stark reminder of the vulnerability of human life and the fragility of our built environment in the face of nature's fury. As we grapple with the aftermath of this disaster, we are left to confront uncomfortable truths about our role in this evolving narrative of fire and resilience. The fire began in the early hours of July 10th in the rugged foothills east of Sacramento. A single spark, ignited by a downed power line, was all it took. The dry brush, brittle under the summer sun, ignited instantly. Fanned by strong winds, the flames quickly grew, spreading with alarming speed through the parched landscape. Within hours, what had begun as a small localized fire had transformed into a raging inferno. The flames, now a wall of fire several stories high, raced through the canyons, fueled by the dry vegetation and propelled by the relentless wind. The speed of the fire's spread was unprecedented, leaving little time for those in its path to react. The 2025 fire was a tragic testament to the volatile combination of human activity and a changing climate. It served as a stark reminder that even the smallest spark can have devastating consequences in our increasingly fire-prone world. Driven by fierce winds, the firestorm roared through the foothills, consuming everything in its path. Within days, it had scorched its way across thousands of acres, leaving behind a blackened scar on the landscape. The speed of the fire's advance was staggering. It jumped highways, creating fire tornadoes that tossed vehicles aside like toys. Small rural communities, nestled amongst the trees, stood little chance against the inferno. The fire swept through, engulfing homes and businesses, leaving behind a trail of ash and smoldering debris. The scale of the destruction was hard to comprehend. The 2025 fire was not just a fire, it was a force of nature. Its relentless advance underscored the immense power of wildfires and the challenges faced by those who dare to combat them. Section 4. Holding the line. A desperate battle against the flames. As the fire raged, firefighters from across the state and beyond rushed to the front lines, engaging in a desperate battle against the inferno. It was a fight they knew would be long, arduous, and fraught with danger. Working tirelessly day and night, they faced scorching heat, choking smoke, and the constant threat of the fire shifting direction. Their bravery was awe-inspiring. They risked their lives to protect homes, businesses, and lives, often working in conditions that pushed them to their physical and mental limits. Yet despite their best efforts, the fire seemed unstoppable, a relentless beast that refused to be tamed. The 2025 wildfire showcased the bravery and dedication of firefighters who put their lives on the line to protect their communities. It also highlighted the need for continued investment in firefighting resources and technology in the face of increasing wildfire threats. Section 5. Scars on the land, resilience in the ashes. In the aftermath of the firestorm, the true extent of the devastation became horrifyingly clear. Thousands of homes and businesses lay in ruins, reduced to piles of ash and twisted metal. Entire communities were wiped off the map, their residents left to grapple with unimaginable loss. Beyond the immediate human cost, the environmental impact was equally profound. The fire had scorched vast swathes of forest, leaving behind a scarred landscape vulnerable to erosion and flooding. Wildlife populations were decimated, their habitats reduced to ash. The 2025 fire was a tragedy on multiple levels. It not only devastated human lives and communities, but it also inflicted deep wounds on the environment, the long-term consequences of which are yet to be fully understood. Section 6. Preventing the next inferno. Lessons from the firestorm. The 2025 California wildfires served as a stark wake-up call. It underlined the reality that we are living in a new era, one defined by a changing climate and increasingly frequent and intense wildfires. This is not just California's problem, it's a global challenge that demands immediate action. We must prioritize forest management, implementing strategies like controlled burns and vegetation thinning to reduce fuel loads and make our forests more resilient. We must invest in research and develop innovative firefighting technologies to better combat these infernos. And most importantly, we must address the root cause of the problem, climate change. This requires a global commitment to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and transitioning towards a more sustainable future. The 2025 wildfire, though tragic, can serve as a catalyst for change. It is a stark reminder that we can no longer afford to ignore the threat of wildfires. We must act now, decisively and collectively, to protect our communities, our environment, and our future. Hey everyone, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss any of our new videos. Let's get started. Subscribing is super simple. Just click the red button below. All done? Awesome. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and tell your friends. See you in the next one. Bye.